Thank you very much, Awesome. You look after yourself. We are transported back to the 19th century, Botany Manor in Somerset. Well, I didn't. Well, I did specify because I did it over text chat because we all work remotely. So I did specify spelling, but one could be a male, one could be a female. You know, Splungo EAU could be one of the endings, and O could be the other ending. Right. Anyway, we are in Botany Manor. Really hope she calls her baby Splungo. Let's have a look. E. Lady Arabella, we're so happy to have you back at Botany Manor. I hope you had a lovely trip. In your absence, I'm afraid, some things in the manor have deteriorated, though I can assure you we tried our best to keep things in order. Yeah, I know what your best is, though. I hope it doesn't affect your research too much today. Gordon Bennett. Oh, and we can rotate it with this. It says all 4 directions, but it's only doing it in those 2. Text overlay. Oh, okay, cool. And then escape to do that. Okay, let's collect the parcel. Arabella Green, Botany Manor in Somerset. Can I? I can indeed. Click on it and it undoes the string. Forgotten Flora, a herbarium by Arabella Green. She must have written this book. Dear Arabella Green, thank you once again for submitting your book proposal, Forgotten Flora. Please send this empty herbarium back to us once you've completed your research, and we'll be in touch with a potential offer. Sincerely, Mayflower Publishing House. Okay. Research and compiled by Arabella Green. Maps, and then 5 chapters. Interesting. Good evening, Fanny. Maps. A fresh start. Okay, I think... Oh, clues. So if we get stuck, I think that'll be the help. So I think... Look, there's nothing in here! Oh, what was at the back? Chapter 5 clues. Lots of clues needed for that chapter. Okay. And there was something else, I think, on here that was also highlight. Was there? No, just that. Okay, so we need to fill the book. That's the other side of the window. Now there's a door here. Am I able to open the door? I'm going to run away from it. Good evening, Meredith. Operative with plants. I'm sure there's a pun that could be made on that. Cactus is too big. Don't stab yourself on the cactus. Let's open sesame. It's a bit dusty in here. Can we air it out a bit? Oh, we've added a new plant. How does one look at the plant? I have no idea. Okay, lots of things to look at here. If I look at tab, okay, it does bring up the book. Let's go to chapter 1 then. A fresh start. Windmill wort. I want to grow the windmill wort to filter the smoggy air in my conservatory. I was just saying. But I'll need to research its temperature requirements first. Clues. I haven't filled in all the right clues for this plant. Seed packet location, conservatory. Well, I know where that is. Here's your seed packets. Okay. Nut. Don't know if I wanted to do that. Okay, what's this? Potting instructions. Place pot on saucer. Add soil to pot. Plant seed. Water the seed. It's fairly close to real life. Okay, so pot. We need a saucer. There's the soil. There's presumably the water, but lots of pots there. Anything else in here? That seems to be it. Let's take a look. Whatever this is. Let's turn this wheel. Okay, so we get to change the temperature in the conservatory. We'll need to do research on that once we've found the saucer. Well, hang on. I'm going to see if I can anyway, Meredith, because you know me. I'm going to do it. Oh, inspect empty pot. It's got a crest on it. Again, I can't... oh, it's so much easier with the mouse. Good. But there's no way of doing it that way. Come on, throw. Throw! Boo. Okay, I need a How do I put it down? Just with a mouse click. Okay. Somerset falls victim to industrial smog. I could barely see. Horse bus drivers refuse to work in these conditions. What's a horse bus? I don't know. What's a horse bus with you? And they've not finished printing it. Fine. Fine. It looks like you've been somewhere nice. A postcard from Marianne. Okay, looks quite nice there. Dearest Arabella, on my hike I came across the windmill wort, a flower that only grows in Sicily. Some locals told me the flower has air purifying qualities, but due to its bespoke temperature requirements, the plant rarely blooms. Maybe the flower could help with the smog pollution in the conservatory. Your friend and peer, Marianne. Okay. Tab, open the herbarium, yes. Important clues get added to the herbarium where you can assign them to plants. If you're stuck, tracking clues can help you organise and validate your research. Okay. That doesn't really help. Oh, I see. So the clue is a postcard and there's 2 more clues that we've got to find in the conservatory. Okay, good. I want a pushy button, open heat vent. Lovely. That probably has reduced the temperature here. Or something. We can turn it up and down. Let's have a look at this whiteboard. Okay, ideal soil temperatures for Mediterranean wildflowers. Okay, so we need to know. We know it's Sicily, so it's that 5th line. 30, 20, 30, 60, 25. But is it a grassland, meadow, coastal, volcanic or woodland flower? Okay, so that is zoom. I want to go out to that and look at the wildflowers. It is a volcanic flower. It's the windmill wort, it's a volcanic flower. So the volcanic flower, in Sicily, 60 degrees. So we need to up the temperature to 60, which is quite warm as an air temperature goes. It must have been on Etna or something. I need a saucer. That is not a happy sound. It did say, place pot on a saucer. Well, oh, there's one here. Right, okay. Scoop soil, put that in. Plant a seed. How does one plant a seed? Can I get it from here? I wish to plant a seed. Oh. Plant one there. In it goes. That's your windmill wort. And let's water it. It is 60 degrees C. And we can inspect that. I assume it needs more water. Oops, sorry. More water, please. No? I mean, there's a lot of water over here. That says 60. Maybe I need to... Maybe that's just heating the air, but we haven't heated the actual air in the place. Does that mean it's now 60 in here? It still says 60. Evening, Hollow. No, you're not Hollow. You're T-Bow. Same ending, different starting. What's through here? Oh, goodness. It definitely needs a bit of a clean out, doesn't it? Maybe I just take this with me now and it will purify the air wherever I go. Oh, let's just put it here and subject it to 60 degrees C. There you go, it's growing. Ah. And there's the windmill wort, so it continues to go round, and the smog has gone. Good. The windmill wort naturally grows in volcanic soil, which is why it requires a soil temperature of 60 degrees C. The bud contains air purifying qualities, so the flower can filter the environment from its environment from dense smog. No, it can filter the dense smog from the environment. Anyway, so there are 3 clues there that we haven't filled in. Don't know if I actually need to. I appear to have the plant. Just have a look at the next page. Oh yeah, so we got all the clues there. Add clue. Okay, so this tells us that this is relating to this. Okay. And that's now confirmed as correct. Good. Well, that was chapter 1. Nice and simple. I have a feeling they may get more complicated. This game should take 2 streams. Evening, Neil. Who here is a good planter? Who likes gardening? I don't. I am not a fan of gardening. So why am I playing this game? No idea. Let's have a look at this. Drawing from nature. Can't open it. It just says drawing from nature. And there's something that looks like a foxglove there. Yes, I know an occasional plant. Can I run? Yes. If you hold down shift. Because yeah, immediately someone earlier said, oh, the walking is so slow. And yes, it is. This is interminably slow, but at least that is faster if I hold down shift. Let's open the door. Very Witnessy style graphics, and I love the Witness game, so I'm very happy with that. Happy to game garden. Love gardens, don't like real life gardening. I think I'd be okay with all of that. There's a ladder here. There's the Botany Manor. Hog! Kilo. I do have a plant on my windowsill that needs watering. Don't know where the last time I watered it was. So of course I'm not going towards the Botany Manor. I want to investigate everything before I get to the manor. What does this... Oh, it's a post box. Were they red in 1890 or were they yellow? Or are they only yellow on the Channel Islands? I forget. Let's collect a key! We now have entrance garden. I bet we needed that. I bet I'm a genius. I'm currently busy researching. Please leave all deliveries in the gatehouse and ring bell. Ding ding goes the bell. Botany Manor with the... oh no, it was just the way that the light was shimmering on the O. Home of the Green family. Okay. This is the walking speed, Helen. This is the walking speed. This is the running speed. Let's unlock the gate. It's a very... I would live here. Very pretty manor. I would live here. Oh, cuckoo. A cane, which we can zoom into. Ah, no, I wouldn't be able to. That's the problem about it. My dear... did it? Okay, I'll bear that in mind. I could dial it down a little bit more. My dear friend, good luck on your trip. I would have loved to join you like in our younger days, but your tales about the trip will suffice when we next meet. I will never forget the Maria Jackson passage you once highlighted to me. In examining plates, you take the authority of others, whereas in botany... As in all other things, we can make little progress if we do not see for ourselves. Well, now you must travel and see some interesting specimens for yourself. I'm inspired and look forward to hearing all about it. Your friend, always, Eleanor. And there's a teacup, teapot. No, that's just the cane. Okay, we'll have a seat. Let's have a seat. Take achievement, Achievo, take a seat. Take a break, sit down on the seat. Can I look at the hat? No, I cannot. Okay, I suspect we can't get in there yet, but we can! Orchard, that one will be locked. Yeah. Let me in, shake a locked door. Good achievement there. Yeah, lovely grounds, very nice. would require a butler. Or a gardener, as you say. Should we have a sit? Let's have a sit. Yep. And what have we got over here? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. More things. Somewhere that I expect we can't get into. Yep. What did that say? Locked from other side. Fair enough. So we'll be unlocking that from the other side. Pot. Yeah, my aim is to absolutely get lost. And not... Yeah, absolutely. Oh, is this the way actually up to the Botany Manor? No, it's just a subsidiary way. Nope, still not going in because there's this bit over here. Which I didn't look at. There's quite a few ladders over the place. I haven't done the health and safety course for ladders yet. Just have a quick look over here. Okay, fine. Okay, so we've got a seed inventory, a pot thingy, some soil. Well, let's scoop the soil and put it in there. We're going to be putting a seed in there. What is that a seed of? It's windmill wort. Well, I don't want windmill wort. Let's put you over there. Don't want you. I want something else. I've done windmill wort. Let's have a look in here. Nice Welsh dresser there. Prefer a Welsh undresser myself. Let's have a look at this. My dearest Arabella, I hope this letter finds you well as you set off for London on your important trip. The thought of you in the bustling city, working on your ambitions, both excites and worries me. Time has indeed passed, and yet your determination for your field remains inspiring to me. I never imagined all those years ago that we would be writing to each other in our 5th decade about such endeavours. I look forward to hearing about your progress, and of course let me know how I can be of assistance upon your return. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, sister. I'm writing that down. I bet that's not important. Hey Sammy, good evening to you. How are you, my friend? Oh, shall we have a sit? Have a sit. Good sound effect. Okay. Oh, so there's a. We can probably put other plants here. That's why there are all these things. Okay, we'll be putting lots of plants in here. Yes, I'm good, thank you. I am getting to grips with Botany Manor. Good Wellington boots. This game is 1890. Were Wellington boots around there? Around then? Vulcanised rubber was probably 1860, I want to say. So I think it would have been possible, but I don't see Wellington boots, rubber boots, as an 1890s thing. Let me know. Chapter 2, Survivors of Adversity, 1850. So it was possible. Okay, good. I wouldn't want this game to be anachronistic. No. Okay, more foxgloves or whatever that is there. Uh-oh, that looks like a lot of information. Okay, so John married Ursula, Richard married Mary, Theodore, Augustus. So we are Arabelle. Elizabeth is our sister. We're on that bottom row there. Fair enough. We're going to need that. So it's 1890, so she's actually... if she was born in 1835, she's 55. Lady Arabella Green, I'm pleased to let you know that your family tree is complete, carefully tracing the history of your lineage. That is it. You came from just those people, no one else. As per your request, I've altered the customary presentation, now displaying the maiden names of the ladies in your family rather than their current names acquired through marriage. Should you require any further adjustments or have additional inquiries, I remain at your service. Yours, Robert Hinchley, genealogist. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I do. So Wednesday evenings are my game evenings. I solve various puzzles on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Sort of usually word and crossword based puzzles, that sort of thing. What other games have I done recently? I did Chess Former last week. That was a chess platformer mashup. What other games have I done, chat? I can't remember. I like games like The Witness. There's a game called Lingo. I love wordplay, so Lingo is a really good one. It's not the game show Lingo. That's something slightly different. Let's have a sit. Play more Lingo. Arch loves / hates Lingo. What else have I done? Temetsi was a big one for a while. That was a few years ago now. What is that? It's a beetle of some kind. But I like escape room games, that sort of thing. Quite a lot of the time I do need help, as Kata says. Travel by train to Dartmoor, home to breathtaking sights. Hound Tor, Wisman Woods, and Becky Falls. Does she? Well, there we go. Okay, fine. Let's just actually take a look at the book. So we've got Ulex fulguris. I came across the Fulguria when I was caught in a terrible thunderstorm. I'm interested to learn more about its growth requirements. And we have the ash plume. This might be a tough case to crack. So seed packet location, the grand staircase, and seed packet location, the rose garden. Is this open or is this locked? This is locked. Rattle that door. Come on. There we go. So the grand staircase is where I want to go. It should be here. Why have I got to walk towards this grand staircase? Okay, is this the seed packet here? Let's collect the seeds. Oh, the Chance of Sinar. That was a lovely video game. I did that earlier this year. That was great. Fulguria. What is this? A blurry photograph. Camera experiment 1. I purchased a new camera and flash lamp. Ooh, cutting edge technology to document my flowers. The picture looks a little blurry though. I'll have to investigate the camera settings. Yes, you will. Terrible photo. What about this one? Yeah. Experiment 3. So dark, is it possible to see the flowers? I can't believe how quickly I've run out of the incredibly expensive flash powder. And good. Second time's the charm. I'm very pleased with this picture. It looks like I'm getting the hang of it. Oh, okay, so she quickly ran out of flash powder. Okay. That's going to be an important clue as well. Can I get in the kitchen through here? No, it's not the kitchen. Ooh, sulfur, potassium, magnesium. Okay, going to be adding chemicals to something. Mushrooms. Do not eat the mushroom. Well, you can eat the mushroom once. I'll allow it once. Yep, okay, good. Yep. I'll do it every seat. You can't stop me. The art of painting in oil and fresco. This is an absolute information dump, isn't it, at the moment? So I'm running away and just wondering. Okay, so when we collect a seed, we immediately get it in here. So I'm going to plant that seed in there. Thank you for the follow, Sammy. I hope you aren't too disappointed by my sense of humour, because I am. And then you have to water it. So then we have... There we are. And now we just have to work out where to put it and what specific conditions it needs to grow in. You'll never be hungry for the rest of your life. Very true, Neil New. Because there are some very, very nasty mushrooms out there. Taunton to Paddington. Have I done that journey? Not from Taunton, but I've come pretty close. Return journey, first class. Elderly discount applied. It's 55. You get the elderly discount. That's young these days. He'll give you a hard stare. Oh, absolutely. I say... don't shout out the answers, but I will get stuck often, and when I do, then I'll say, and you can jump on in after that. But just obviously, just don't say anything immediately, but do tell your best and worst jokes. Let's go over here. What is this? A combination lock, which requires 3 letters between A and I. My guess is A, B, C. This tree is growing inside. And it is blocked by a tree. Dan, there's no N in the third letter. It's so disappointing. Otherwise, I would have, of course, thought that, yeah. Well, put your feet up and enjoy. Oh, I haven't sat in this chair yet, though, have I? Good. All right, that's that one. Okay. Oh. Arabella's parents. Okay. I can zoom in. Why would I want to zoom in on the parents? There is going to be one chair that's like the hidden achievement. Oh, hello. All set for dinner. A nice roaring fire in the hearth. Another Welsh dresser. I'll go into there in a minute. Is there a map? Is this map? Oh my lord, there's so many rooms. Where am I? I wish I knew. 6 is the dining room. Okay, so I'm going to go into the drawing room in a second because I've gone this way. That is a lot of rooms. It is a manor after all, I guess. Some ancient Celtic tribes practiced a coming-of-age ritual. This meant that when someone was considered old enough, it was time to prove themselves worthy of staying in the tribe. One of these rituals involved picking a flower in the woods, but not just any flower. No. The gatherer had to find a fulguria, which is the flower I'm interested in at the moment. This flower is only known to bloom during thunderstorms. Keeping a cool head while lightning flashes were striking left and right of you was considered the ultimate test of courage. So the fulguria needs some form of electrical supply. Here's a chair. Let's have a sit and ponder. So we need some form of electricity. Fulguria. Yeah, because she came across it in a thunderstorm, so that makes sense. In as much as this game will ever make sense. So that was a good clue. A good clue. And can I put that clue... okay. So that is the folklore book in the dining room. Interesting. So what that tells me is that the Dartmoor poster and the photographs are clues as well. And there's one in the servants' hall, there's a few in the drawer. There's 3 clues in the drawing room. Let's go to the drawing room. Okay. Another nice fire. It's a sunny day. Why? Arabella and Elizabeth. Okay. Yes, I know that's going to annoy me as well, Charlie. So have you completed this game then, Charlie? Play the harpsichord. There we go. I have collected a key for the back terrace. Oh, some more flash powder. Empty though. Contains... Okay, so we're going to need to make some more flash powder. 2 potassium to 1 magnesium. There's 75 grams in total, so that's 50 grams potassium, 25 magnesium. Highly combustible. Yes, because it needs to do the flash. Although this says 57 grams net weight. So I'm writing that down as well. Are you also a streamer, Sammy? If so, do let me know what sort of things you do. Do I take this with me? Whoops. No, it just goes there. Tar, Charlie. Lady Arabella. These past weeks I've been seeing lots of bright flashes coming from the back room of your house. It scares my cows immensely, as they think a storm must be going. Ah, I see. Okay, so we're going to need to make the flash powder to make the flash to make maybe the plant think that there's lightning. My milk production, I'm assuming your cow's milk production, but I'm going to assume it's your personal milk production, Farmer Charles. My milk production has taken a hit because of this, and if you enjoy fresh milk in your morning cup of tea, I would advise you to keep your flashes to a minimum. Naughty beast. Nice, Sammy. No, it's all I'm always a fan of fellow streamers. So good. Take picture. Well, there's no... Okay, so I'm going to put the plant here. And then I'm going to take the picture when I've put the flash powder there, I assume. So that feels like what I need to do. Any other clues? Oh, a comfy armchair, which I can't get in from this. There we go. Which makes the same squeaking noise than the wooden chair. So I don't know why it makes the sound of a wooden chair. Yeah. What have we got here? Some sunglasses. No, spectacles. Difference. Your new Lumen photographic flash lamp. Fill the container with flash powder. Close the container. Press the button connected to the camera and Lumen flash lamp. Witness a bright flash. Okay. So. I need to pick this up then. No. I want to put something in there. I want to put that bottle in there. Oh, I can just take the flask to it. I can take the flask to it, so that'll be okay. Anything else in this room? Feels like I've... Oh, haven't sat in this chair. There we go. It annoys me that E, the button to sit, is also not the button you get to stand up. It feels like they should be the same button. Okay, let's have 2 things of potassium. 1 and 2. And 1 of magnesium, which is there. There we go. Let's take this and put this in... Run. In here. There we go. So that, and then close it up. So that is now primed and ready. Oh, that's terrible, Charlie, and I love it. Let's pick up the plant that we need to subject to a bright light. Oh, I get lost really easily. So I will be always going in the wrong place. But for now, I managed to remember. Okay, and now it's just pushy button time. What's this? Glass plate. Okay, just push button then. Hooray! And grow the Fulguria. We have done that. Ooh, that's a pretty flower. Only grows during thunderstorms, where flashes of light provide bright light. The flower needs to bloom. Because of its dangerous growing conditions, not many people have witnessed its beauty. Okay, so so a clue is going to be the flash powder bottle, the letter from the farmer. Oh, why are you doing that? Flashlight. Why are you going there? I don't understand. The flash powder bottle. And one more clue. But I don't know which one. It's not the Dartmoor poster. It's not the photographs. It's a clue that we must not have yet. Interesting. Well, anyway, there we go. Let's now put you... Lovely to see you, Sam. Have a good evening. Should have said Sammy instead of Sam. Sorry if you don't like Sam. Let's put you out here, because this just appears to be sort of a storage facility for plants. In you go. There you go. Good. That's that. Now, this told us where the seed packet was for the ash plume. Okay, so we need to go to the rose garden. There's a key to the back terrace, which I assume was that... Yeah, that was locked from the other side. Is there a map? Is there a map? That is indeed a map. So the back terrace is number 6. Okay. So I need to go through the house to get to that. Back terrace, found it. Okay. from the other side. Oh, this would be lovely for high tea in the afternoons, wouldn't it? It does, Charlie. Astonishing news. Oh, but we could have a sit on this bench. I'm really hoping there's an achievement for sit on everything. There we go. Makes a wooden sound, as you would expect from a wooden bench. But nothing else. Nothing else. No other clues. Fancy a sandwich, anyone? Hey, Digital David. I did see you come in. I saw you come in. Good evening. How are you? Okay, there's the seed packet for the ash plume. We've got the seed. What does this say? Seed log. A summary of some seeds. Oh, nice. Nice. Is that the rest of the week then? Picked some rubbish weather for it, didn't you? At least you didn't stand outside and make a speech in the rain today. Summary of some seeds I've gathered. Cow parsley, Blackdown Hills, poppy, Cheddar Gorge, buttercups, Steart Marshes, ash plume, Wistman's Wood, wood anemone, Holford Combe, wild thyme, Culborn Wood, and Foxglove Ford Abbey. Now, why are we being told that? I do not know, but we will find out at some point. Oh, what sort of exercise class? I went for a run on Sunday, and my next run will hopefully be tomorrow. So it was either today or tomorrow. I like to do 2 runs a week. One is always on a Sunday because it's a me day and I have enough time to do it. And I like to spread the other one out halfway through the week. So it's either Wednesday or a Sunday. Today it whittled it down with the rain all day, so it wasn't going to be today. It's tomorrow. I don't know. My dear friend Arabella. A friend of mine visited the Americas and brought back a pair of fabulous grey squirrels. They are the latest trend in garden decoration. All of my neighbours have sent for them as well. It was a great investment. The 2 squirrels have now started a big family and my garden is full of the darling little critters. It's your fault, Grace. It is your fault. One thing I did notice is that I haven't seen a red squirrel in my garden for some time now. How odd. You must visit soon and see the squirrels for yourself. Grace, naughty. So for those of you who don't know, in the UK we used to just have red squirrels and now we have mostly grey squirrels. Ooh, yes, that'll hurt your abs. Well, that's it. What have we got over here? Oh, a key to the kitchen. Thursday. This is Hazel Patterson. Jimmy broke another mortar. That boy really needs to learn how to grind spices without breaking down my kitchen. Lady Arabella may not be best pleased with me asking for a new one. Last mortar took years to be sorted. She's so scatterbrained, always off on her fancy research trips. Shopping list: flour, egg, milk, leeks, potatoes, carrots. We've got a waterfall or something somewhere. Am I going to have to do some cooking? Locked from to the side. That is the formal garden. What do I have the... That's the kitchen that I have a key to. Well, let's go back inside. That is locked from the other side. Painting room. Did I look at this? No, I didn't. Pyrophiles. Fire has the potential to be among the most devastating forces of nature. Despite this, humans have the ability to invent, wield, and attempt to manage it. Meanwhile, certain species in the plant kingdom have evolved to adapt and flourish in the face of fire. In areas where forest fires occur frequently, pyrophiles have to rely on fire as a crucial part of their life cycle. Their seeds typically possess tough shells. Some pyrophiles only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from their natural habitat. Well, that is going to be a clue. Painting. My favourite policy of theirs was the 99p coin. It's a shame we've gone cashless now, really, for the most part, because that was a vote winner in my book, the 99p coin. Good evening, Liari. I see you sliding in there. Let's go into the kitchen. We're playing Botany Manor today, so lots of plants, and we've got to work out how to grow them. Come on, unlock. Come on. The biggest puzzle is why I can't operate a lock properly. So we're trying to grow this ash plume at the moment. This might be a tough case to crack. Okay, so that tells us we're going to need fire based on that. Oh look, there's some fire over there. That might be useful. Absolutely, Neil, absolutely. You wouldn't want Matt. Let's have a quick sit. Good. And we'll go in there in a second. Kindling. Dear lady, we received your letter applying to study botany at our College of Natural Sciences along with your enclosed drawings. We do not at present and have never admitted women to study at the college. How dare you? Oh dear, botany is a serious science conducted in laboratories and lecture halls. By all means continue to pursue your hobby, tending to your garden and domestic space where it may be appreciated. Ah, the 19th century, wasn't it fun? Positions at the college are reserved for serious scholars whose studies will go on to be well utilised in a career in botanical experimentation. Professor John Ottocombe, you can do one. You can disappear up your own behind. Therefore, with all politeness, we do not offer these valuable positions to amateurs that should otherwise be taken up by genuine academics. Thank goodness we're not as bad as that anymore. This is Dartmoor. The professor will present how the moor was once covered by majestic forest and woods and how early settlers came to the area and cleared most of the trees for pasture using fire as their method of choice. It promises to be a fascinating story of how the moorland we know and love today came into existence. Okay, there's the broken Porter and Messel, as I usually accidentally end up calling it. I'm going to be able to do anything with it. I can zoom into it. Why do I want to zoom into things? I will say keep the politics sort of tamped down in the chat. But that's very funny, Neil. Dear. At least we have a mercifully short election season. For the home farm, workshop and every department of human endeavour. Roasted chestnuts. Simple recipe, perfect to warm those cold winter nights. You can use any edible chestnuts that are easily foraged. The main difficulty with chestnuts is that they have tough shell, but easy to crack open with the help of fire. Place the nuts in a pan above the fire and wait until you hear a pop. Okay, that's it. That is the only thing in there. So we're going to need to gather some chestnuts, apparently. Oh, it is funny. It is Phil. But just saying. That's a nice little sort of serving. The servants don't. They get a window and everything to do our servants. Oh, we're so nice. To someone special, a romantic card. Dearest Hazel, I picked you some roses from the garden to cheer you up. When you're done with your work in the kitchen, would you like to meet me for a cup of tea in the back garden? The pond is lovely this time. You stay out of the pond. I know you, Mr. Bennett. Is that Darcy? No, it's Mr. Darcy, isn't it? He's quite incorrigible. What have we got here? The ancient oaks stand tall in Wistman's wood. I'm going to write that down, because I feel like Wistman's wood and oaks is important. Covered with moss, they withstood the test of time, though none can tell the sorrows that did befell those trees in Wistman's wood. Oak logs, maple logs, cherry logs, and birch log singular. Everything is plural apart from birch log. Proof it. Needs better proofing. Should be plural anyway. Okay, so we've got different logs of different trees. That's going to be used for making a particular fire, probably. Ooh, the smokery. So it's going to be hot in here. Yep, you can see the ripple there. So don't stand on it. No, don't stand on it. Are those some sausages? Smoked food. Sausages! Okay, so we'll need to stoke that with a particular type of fire, etc. Let's close the door, keep the heat in. What was the name of your... Was it Paradise? Was that the name of your island? That says Chapter 4, Home, Smoking and Curing. The type of wood to use in your smokery is of great importance, though which one to pick depends entirely on your personal tastes and preferences. Burning wood from different types of tree produces different smoke aromas due to the different chemical compositions in each smoke. So in summary, choose your logs with care. I could have told you that. Anything behind here? No. Okay. Let's plant a seed. Oh, hang on. What's this? It's a porcelain duck. Quack, quack. Inspector Duck was the achievement I got for that. Let's have a... It's a good duck. I put on Mastodon earlier that there were no ducks in the logo, around the fountain logo. I haven't been in here. Whoops. And turns out there are ducks in this game. Hooray! What is this? A mysterious symbol. Don't know what that is yet. Some weights. So we're going to be doing that at some point. 4 weights and balancing something. Fair enough, David. Good point. With the there is a decent murder rate on the island of Samari. Okay, so I can now let's pick up a pot. I want to put this. Why can't I put a seed in it? Oh, I have to put soil in it. Here we go. Now you'll let me. Now you'll let me. We'll plant an ash plume, and it's going to need fire. So I'm going to take it to the range, the Arga, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I'm looking forward to Duck Detective. I'm going to do that. The kitchen's not this way. I'm going to do that later this year, I think. Okay. Germinate the seed, and now we can water it. I realised I hadn't watered it, so I don't know whether that would have made a difference or not. There's no water in the can. Curse you. Okay. So we have opened the ash. Yeah, I now want to see what the Dartmoor poster was, what the seed log was. Okay, there's... Sorry, Ash. Irritatingly, there's no water in there. Can I dump you in the pond? No, I can't. Okay. There's a seat here that I haven't sat on. Let's inspect the pot. Can I? Nope. Does nothing. And when I'm holding this, I can't look at anything else. But I can put the pot down. Let's not put it down there. I'm going to put it down here because I stand a chance of remembering where it is. Okay. So she went to Taunton. That's going to be important. That was the family tree. So why we're going to need to know this, I don't know, but we will find out about her family later. Dartmoor has Wisman's Woods. That's Dartmoor. which has the oaks in it. So they only bloom when surrounded by smoke aromas from their natural habitat. Okay, so we need to know the habitat. Hang on, didn't she say? Okay, we're going to put this in the smokery. And didn't she say where she got the ash plume, which is probably on Dartmoor? So it's going to be surrounded by oaks, so we're going to use oak logs. So let's go to the smokery. So it needs to be surrounded by smoke of its kind. Where's this ash plume? Hang on. If it's ash, then use ash logs. See, told you I get lost. Where's the smokery? Come on, smokery. Through the kitchen. Yeah, through this way, and then going outside again. Here we go. Smokery is out here. Okay, let's open you. And can I just put you down? Let's put you down there. So I think it's oak. And it is! Because that's... She found it in Wistman's Wood, which was in Dartmoor, which had the oaks. Grow the phoenix of the forest. The ash plume is a pyrophile evolved to survive the harsh forest fires. Oh, and that's why it told us about the fires in Dartmoor. Its seed cracks open with extreme heat, and afterwards the oak smoke from its habitat indicates it's safe to bloom. That's quite nice. Okay, so we know that the Dartmoor poster was a clue. Don't know about the photographs yet. The seed log? Ooh, pyrophiles was definitely a clue. Dartmoor lecture was a clue. Coined chestnuts were a clue because it told us where to put the thingy, the fire. See you, Neil. Seal. Smoking book, definitely a clue. Oh, it's got to be the poem, and I've guessed the seed book. That happens to be correct. Good. Which might mean that the photographs... I have no idea why the photographs were correct there, but they were. Good. I'm just as surprised as everyone else. Oh, there's a delivery. Ding ding goes the bell. It's a gatehouse delivery, so let's go and check that out. Run. Because otherwise it'll take half an hour just to get there. This way. Not this way. Is it that way? No. Here we are. So what has been delivered? A key. Nope, that's the wrong button. Key to the orchard. We are pleased to deliver a new key to your orchard gate. I have Arch. I used the flash from the camera to do that. We hope you're enjoying the gate. Don't hesitate to visit us again should you need further metalwork or decoration for the manor. Yours sincerely, John Babbage. Okay, well, let's take a trip to the orchard then. I did. I can prove it. There it is. Bloomed. Blooming marvellous. Orchard. Yes, I know that, Arch. I did it a while ago. Hang on. Is this the orchard? No. It was the... maybe Arch, yeah. I thought it was the photographs on the wall of her parents. I was trying to work out why we might need that for a family tree. I'm going to need a map here. Where's the orchard? Index. Maparoo. Where is the orchard? Orchard is number 5. Oh, so it's on the exact opposite side of where I am now. Oh my goodness, that must have taken so long, Charlie. Oh, that's awful. Here we are, the orchard. Unlocked. The peculiar petals. This game has 5 chapters by the looks of it. 2 new plants added, so we need to... let's go to here, peculiar petals. So we have the pixie tears and the wolf glove. Seed packet for both are located. Well, one is in the orchard, one is in the orangery. I nearly bought an apple at the supermarket today. Nearly, but I didn't. Dear niece, I have gathered a selection of my cherished toys and books, among them my beloved Piggy. I highly recommend the nursery rhymes. They are charming as well as educational, though I'll take no offence that they should put your little one straight to sleep with my affections, Auntie Arabella. Okay. What are you doing, Hollow? The wolf glove. High on the mountain tops, so steep, grows a flower that's hard to keep. Its petals, delicate and bright, whistling in the wind with all their might. The mountaineers who climb up high listen for the whistle as they try to find their way amidst the snow and reach the summit, cheeks aglow. With every step they hear it loud, the wolf glove's howl, clear and proud. So it needs a whistle of some kind, guiding them through paths unknown to reach the summit and call it home. So it's in mountains, it's in steep places, and something to do with whistling is going on. There's your piggy. Are they playing past the pigs? Oh, we'll have a sit. A nice wooden crunch sitting on that stone slab. Okay, we have a seed depot here. Not even going to say anything. Dearest Arabella, how are you getting on in your garden? I hope it's not getting to be too much for you on your own these days. Our mutual friend mentioned you have been struggling to germinate the ash plume. Have you tried making sure there is fresh compost in the pot? Stubborn seeds often need that to grow. Yes, I've done it now. I'll visit you sometime, and perhaps I can find a way to crack the seed for you. I can show you the book I've been working on at the same time. Yours sincerely, Charles Tucker Esquire. You can start off. What have we got in here? Okay, so this is the pixie tears. Notes on soil additives. Sometimes I need to add extra nutrition to the soil. I've found the following amounts work best with my different pots. So we're normally using that one, so 97 grams for a standard pot. For a standard. So I'm hoping that that's the only number I need, 97. Potting soil there. Let's just take a look at this pot. That does look like the standard pot. So it looks like 97 grams is what I need. I hope not, David. Let's go into this covered walkway. Lovely. Ooh, loads of things here. So red campion has that sort of structure. Foxglove has a very similar structure. Don't really see the difference. It's slightly more pointy. Okay, what have we got in here? Oh, loads of them. So the primrose, the hyacinth, the spring dance shrub, the pixie tears. Now, is that unsketched because we haven't got anything there, or is it just that is its sketch? We'll find out later. What else have I got here? The bluebell and the cradle fern. Tincture of iodine. Perfect for preparing microscope slides. Okay, so I'm going to have to prepare a slide, aren't I? This is all hinting at that. Chloroplasts. In the world of plants, the sun is the ultimate source of energy. Actually, in all of our world, the sun is the ultimate source of energy. I think you'll find... nuclear fusion in the Earth's core. Yeah, it's pretty... For all intents and purposes, the sun. Chloroplasts, small organelles inside the cells of a plant, are responsible for capturing the light from the sun and converting it into sugar through photosynthesis. However, not all plants have chloroplasts. Some plants rely on organic matter for their energy and do not photosynthesize. They have lost their chloroplasts over time and have instead adapted to obtain energy by absorbing sugars through their roots. It is therefore recommended to add a certain amount of sugar to the soil when cultivating these particular plants. Now, there were no chloroplasts in that slide of the pixie tears, whatever we're looking at. So therefore, this is one of the ones that's lost its chloroplasts. We need to add 97 grams of sugar, or 1 thimbleful of Coke, pretty much. Chapter 5, soil, but I can't go there. But anyway, that's telling us that we need to add sugar. Am I going to get that from the kitchen? An orchard mosaic, which is lovely. Good. The Illustrated History of England. Priest holes. Don't you dare. Nothing funny about the phrase priest hole. Back in the Middle Ages, during the reign of Queen Elizabeth, all Catholics were persecuted by law. Therefore, some households built secret rooms in case they needed to hide a priest that was visiting their family home. Many of these so-called priest holes were designed and built by Nicholas Owen. Only the owner of the house and Nicholas himself knew about the location. Because of this, it is thought there are many undiscovered priest holes throughout England to this day. So does this mean that the manor has somewhere a priest hole that I need to explore? I think that's what it's telling us. Lady Arabella, thank you for inviting me to Botany Manor last Monday. As a historian, I found it wonderful to see an authentic medieval manor, especially one as beautiful as yours. Sorry, laughing at you, Charlie, there. I apologise again for not being able to locate the priest hole in your house, although I am convinced it exists, and we will find it one day. It won't be easy. They tend to be hidden well and sometimes require elaborate mechanisms to be opened. So there's a priest hole somewhere in the manor. Professor Pennyworth. Okay, thank you for being useless, Professor Pennyworth, and now we have to do it instead. Okay. We'll have a sit. I'll have a slurp of drink. Sit on a seat for 1 minute or more. That was take a nap. Sit on a seat for 1 minute or more. Well, see, good achievement. Nothing in that case, but let's have a look at this. Lady Arabella, I've received a request for repairs to the roof of your garden tower. Alas, I must confess I am not the man to undertake this task. It may have escaped your notice that the tower in your orchard is known to locals as the Turbulent Tower. It is believed that a poltergeist dwells within its walls. Okay, fine, that's where the priest hole is. It's somewhere in the orchard tower. Legend says that the spirit is evil and brings ferocious winds upon anyone who dares enter the tower. I don't want to provoke the wrath of this ghost, and I advise you to refrain from meddling with the tower. Willie the Builder. So, we've got a Fraidy Willie. Scaredy cat. I mean, you're just giving me material to work with, calling him Willie. So, Ooh. What is this? An anemometer that's broken. Move up. Okay. Yeah, and there are various windows. So this is level 1. It's going to be, I'm going to need to open specific windows, one would assume. It's a code. And that might open this or something. Yeah, so I'm not going to go up to the top yet, but there are five of these, and I think I need to look for a picture. You become the ghost, Arch Davidson. That's the plot twist. Okay. Yeah. I need some sugar. What is this? What is this? Alpine Exploration, the second issued by the Alpine Club. Okay. Okay, so this needs so it was mountains and whistling, so it's going to be a particular wind speed then that this plant needs. Be sure to wear the correct gear when climbing. It is advised to wear thick, warm clothing and sturdy boots of the good grip. And we have here. Oh, it did say the mountain in that book, and I think it said Matterhorn. I think it said Matterhorn. But I'm going to have to go back and look because I can't remember. Hello. Tower wind research. Okay. Fine. So 35, 50, 45, 20, 40, 25. Somehow my anemometer broke. I hope there isn't a poltergeist. Oh, no. Okay, well, it's not going to... Well... So if it was Matterhorn, it's this test 4 of 6, because that is the wind of 20 feet per second on the first floor. And oh my lord, it's a very specific pattern. So that's going to be this side, that side, this side, that side, and this side. But I haven't found any sugar. I need to add sugar to the soil. We'll have a sit whilst I wonder... I guess it's going to be the kitchen. Have you, little David? Where is it? Come on, there's got to be sugar randomly somewhere around here. Aha! That is now open from the other side, and I can hopefully go to the kitchen! I don't know why I exploded there. Ooh, I didn't see this, though. Blessed is this kitchen by grace and holy light. May all who enter find comfort and respite. Blessed is the hearth with laughter and with cheer. May the love shared here be forever held dear. To those who serve the Lord, who seek their sanctuary, remember this year, the year of construction, for this, friends, is key. Ooh. Who seek their sanctuary, a priest hole, for this, friends, is key. Okay. So, for the priest hole, we'll need the year of construction. Because it's gifted by Nicholas Owen. Oh, hang on. BBI. No. Oh, no, it's T, isn't it? It's BBT. Because it was a 3-letter lock, and there's a B, and a T in those extra nice letters, but you can't get a T on that third thingy. Sorry, Vitor, no links, please. But it was gifted by Nicholas Owen, and Nicholas was the one who was doing the priest holes. So, that is a very useful thing. Sugar, please! Where am I going to find sugar? Oh, that's kindling. Where do you keep the sugar? In here? Yeah, and we're going to have to measure out 97 grams. Oh. but I've only got ounces. I do not... I mean, that mysterious symbol's got to be something to do with the priest hole, hasn't it? Is there any sugar on here? Not a single bean. That looks suspicious, can I just say. Okay, so we're going to get a way to convert it. I'm not interesting. I mean, I'm not interested, but I'm not interested is what I meant to say. I'm not interested in just being told how many grams there are in an ounce, because the game will tell us at some point. There was a recipe book somewhere. That's just for the chestnuts. Yeah, Archie, please jot that down for future naming and shaming, future use. Okay, well, we haven't got the sugar, and we haven't got the right weights. Okay, what's this? Dearest Arabella, we made it to the Alps. Where was Jungfrau, by the way? Didn't see the answer there, if you're still here. We are so sad you couldn't join us this time, but we understand you are busy creating your herbarium. Yesterday we were lost on a hike until suddenly we heard a strange whistling tune. We followed the sound, and soon we discovered it was coming from a tiny flower. If only you'd been there to tell us what kind of flower it was. It was the wolf glove. To Arabella Green, Botany Manor, Somerset. And then it's got that from Natty Golding. It's an elf. Okay, didn't know that. Lady Arabella, as you can see, the staircase of the orangery collapsed in your absence. I've already written to the builder in the hope that he wants to sort it out, though as you know he can be difficult to pin down. I do apologise if this is getting in the way of your research. I don't suppose you can find another way to the bottom level? You leave my bottom level out of it. Key. So that is the painting room. Ah, yes, I see that. That has collapsed. Yeah, so that's the orangery, which that is where the second plant of this chapter has its seed. It's flashing there, you can see. Okay, so we need sugar. We need 97 grams of it. And then I'll put it in that pot. Well, let's start. So there's the soil, but I now need to add the additive, don't I? So there's going to be 12 plants in this game, I assume, in total, based on that, and the size of the sort of plantery. Absolutely. And what's so that was 97 grams, and you are quite useful. Why is the number 5 there? You are quite irritatingly not going to tell me what that is in ounces. But would you keep the sugar here? Where would you keep the additives? What's through here? Have I been through here? Ooh, no, I haven't. Let's take a look. We'll have a sit, of course, because that's very important. The Heritage Orchards. By... Oh, I thought I was going to tell us it was by. Okay. Wouldn't it be... Oh, I'd love to have somewhere with, like, trellises. Lovely shade in the summer. Oh! Apples. Okay, cider making and apple blending. Oh, Nobby Russet. Lord Peckover. Merlin's Mist. Okay, some great names there. And some apples that I suspect we will need to know. Well, yes, absolutely, Charlie. I would love to live in the Mediterranean and have actually somewhere that you would want to be outside. It's one of my aims in life at the moment is I'm hoping I'd like to move. So we've got an apple press here, and we're going to obviously make some apple juice. Which, oh no, is that where we're going to get our sugar from? That's where we're going to get our sugar from. So we're going to squeeze apples to produce 97 grams of sugar. Wow. So, yeah, anyway, one of my aims in life is I want to move either probably late this year, early next year. I want to have somewhere that has an outdoor space attached to it. There is an outdoor space attached to this house, sort of, but it's behind 2 locked doors because I'm in communal flats, and the only way I get to enjoy it is if I go out my flat door and then the main door. And then if I want a cup of tea or I want to come in back to the loo or something, it's just a big faff, you know. It doesn't feel like it's mine or that it's right next to me. So I want either a balcony or some form of outdoor space. So that is what I want to get with my next place. So I want the knobby russet, the cat's head, and the Merlin's mist. Are there multiple ways of making 97? Because 40 and 35 would be 75, so you'd need 22. Then you could have knobby russet, Kingston black, and Lord Peckover. Okay, so there's going to be more information. It's more of a problem, Charlie. That I think they would, but it'd be more of a problem having actually working abroad and having the relevant visa for it and things like that. Now that we're not part of the EU, especially, we can only be in Europe for 6 months a year. Okay, so these are the apple varieties. So this is how we can tell our apples from our other apples. Yep, so there's 4 of them there, 4 of them there, and the other 4 were over here. So there's the 12 apples. But there's multiple ways of making 97. I think your cat's ill, Arch. So, okay, I'm going to need more information. Where am I going to get that information from? But I like this, because we now know where we're going to get our sugar from. So this is a lovely multi-stage puzzle. So we've used the chloroplasts. Whoops, wrong thing. Let's see if I can add some clues in. So the microscope slides, we needed that because we needed to know something about the pixie tears. And the chloroplast book, the pot notes. This is all to do. I'm talking about the wolf glove, though, aren't I? And all of this I'm thinking about is the wolf glove. This pixie tears is different. It's the wolf glove that whistles and is in the alpine weather and pot notes because we need to add the sugar and the wind research and the letter about the Alps. Now the envelope with the stamp is a clue. Apple blending and cider apples, that's definitely there. So pixie tears. This flower is closely associated with orchards. I wonder why. I want to focus on this one mostly. That's not right. Okay, so we haven't got the clue for it, I don't think. Right. So that's all the wolf's thingy. Let's see if I can get in the painting room, just because I've got my head around this this whistling one at the moment, which is the more complex of the two, I should say, because of the soil additive. So the painting room. Let's take a look inside. That is a botanical painting. Yes, it is. Meadow Orchards Research Team 1862, Professor John Montague, Anne Montague, Robert Brown, Arabella Green. Okay, so she went in on that. Okay. Dear Ms. Green, your research proposal on the structure of coastal plants was of quaint interest. We have no plans to fund a small project like this, but perhaps, if you are set on botanical fieldwork, you might assist Professor Montague in his work on British meadow orchids. I'm sure your natural aptitude for domestic duties would be much appreciated. Might I also recommend John Linley's book, Ladies' Botany, or A Familiar Introduction to the Study of the Natural System of Botany. It is an elementary book for unscientific readers, and one I have heard is suitable amusement for ladies such as yourself. Sod off, J.W. Surtees, being about a mother who wishes to teach her children about plants. I mean, it's probably a useful book because it'll have a clue in it for us, but flower painting in watercolour. Lady Arabella, I was wondering if I could join Mr. Bennet into town later this afternoon to place an order for a new kitchen scale. The one we have is rather ancient and I'm afraid not suitable for measuring flour to make my delicious scones. If you could let me know your decision before the afternoon, that'd be lovely. In your service, Miss Patterson. Symbology. Folkloric symbols throughout the art of the world. Okay. So Agnus Dei, Catholicism, is that in that top right there. That is the symbol on that thingy in that other room. So we need the year of construction. That's what it is. So when we find the year of construction, 1593, if I then put the weights 1593 on the scales and then push the Agnus Dei, I think we'll find the priest hole. Let's explore the priest hole. One, 5, 9, 3. Priest hole! There we go. Good stuff. All the clues are coming together. He's got a big hole, isn't he? A priest hole is normally a very small thing just for the priest to hide in, and then they just come back out again once the danger has passed. That is a big corridor. Okay. Duck! Quack, 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 quack. There's more ducks in this game than I was expecting. My Lord Groin, thou hast ventured mightily in granting me refuge within these walls, and for such favour I remain eternally indebted to thee. The cunning of little John in his establishment of this sanctuary doth inspire awe. A saint he is to our brethren and sisters who have sought refuge from the harsh rule of Queen Elizabeth and King James. Pray extend my gratitude unto thy cook for the sustenance provided. A welcome respite from Brother Michael's oft-repeated fare of leeks and potatoes. We had a recipe for leeks and potatoes earlier. With the most earnest of thanks, I entreat that this missive shall not mark our final communion, and that our faith may endure unbroken. Yours with devotion, R. Blount. So the priest was R. Blount. Okay. Anything else in here? Yep, carries on over here. And that is the secret way to get into the orangerie. And now we've got a wolf glove seed, so I can start dealing with that. What else have we got? Ooh. Ben Nevis, souvenir coin, and Fort William the other side. Mount Ventoux, souvenir alpine. Mont Blanc. Will there be a Jungfrau? Eiger and the Crystal Palace for the Great Exhibition of 1851. Today marks the beginning of an intriguing adventure as I join Professor John Montague, his wife Anne, and fellow botanist Robert Brown on our field trip studying British meadow orchids. Everyone's enthusiasm for the subject is infectious. And then that was the 30th, and now it's the 3rd of August 1862. Today, Professor Montague gathered all of us to examine a southern marsh orchid. Upon arrival, I noted it had a much more hooded appearance and could be a new species entirely. When I pointed this out, Professor Montague laughed and explained he was simply testing us. Interesting. Anything else down here? Somewhere to have a sit. More coins. Eiffel Tower souvenir. Okay. Matterhorn. That. So she's been to Weisshorn. Because that was the same symbol as on the stamp on the envelope. Gran Paradiso, Italia, and Innsbruck, Austria. Austria. Lady Mountaineers Club. First outing. The Society for Botanical Science meets every second and fourth Wednesday from 6 o'clock at the Assembly Rooms in Stroud. A prospective applicant must be supported by 3 existing gentlemen of society along with evidence or research showing his rubbish times, weren't they? Dedication to the advancement of the science of botany. Widows of existing fellows receive honorary membership to attend annual social events. This month's lecture is on the importance of laboratory investigation. Annual book sale. So does that mean she's a widow? Because that would be a way to get in, to become a widow. That's it. And then she could go to the meetings as a widow. I swear that was open a minute ago. Can I just push this? Okay. Can I jump? Don't tell me I repair stairs. That fixer upper. Fix the orangery staircase. Okay. So I need 97 grams of sugar. Maybe it doesn't matter, just as long. I had different tannins and everything though. All we need is 97 grams of sugar. Tannins low, acids low. Now, was there something saying it can't be grown in an acidic soil? I'm going to go back to the nursery rhyme. High on the mountaintop, so steep, grows a flower that's hard to keep. Its petals delight and bright, whistling in the wind with all their might. The mountaineers who climb up high listen for the whistle as they try to find their way amidst the snow and reach the summit, cheeks aglow. It is, isn't it, David? Yes. With every step they hear it loud, the wolf gloves howl clear and proud, guiding them through paths unknown to reach the summit and call it home. I need to know more about the soil. Probably, yeah. Am I reading too much into the soil additives? Yes, I've done that. Thank you, Charles Tucker Esquire. Did we just add 34 grams? I feel like I've missed something. Why is that a clue? That's for the priest hole. That's for the priest hole. I thought so. I can check to see if it's unique. 35, 22 and 40. That's 97. And 34 and 23 instead. That's definitely... because one's low... one's gone up by one, one's gone down by one. So there will be something telling us, oh, it likes tannins, or oh, it doesn't like acid, or something. Really want to crush a knobby russet. Right, where is the clue going to be? So I came in, this was the start of this chapter, wasn't it? Yeah, the orchard. Now, I haven't fully explored this tower, but I know what's going on with that, because that's going to be generating the required... Now. We know she went to the Weisshorn, don't we? That's where she went. I thought it was the Matterhorn earlier. But this stamp... from Natty Golding. Good evening, Pokenuts! Lovely to hear from you. But that's from Natty Golding. So does that mean that we have to use the one for Weisshorn? Is that what it's telling us? Which, if that was the case, Matterhorn... Sorry, Weisshorn. 40 wind speed in feet per second and pressure millibars 1020. Is there a 40? There is a 40! And this will be 40 on the 4th floor, so I'm just marking that down as well. So it's that way. And then both of these. Okay, good. So that's Weisshorn. Right, still doesn't tell us what sugar content we need for the... That's just you being scared and not wanting a commission. Yeah, let's try a set of 97 then. So I would like the Knobby Russet, the Kingston Black, and the Lord Peckover. So this is the Knobby Russet, because it's got knobs on it. The second one was the Pitmerston Pine, which looks like this, which is that one. I'm just going to have a quick look at the others. It's not any of those. Yeah, that's that. And then I needed the Lord Peckover, which is that one, which is this one. Okay, let's crush that. Oh, I could crush an apple. And they disappear. Okay, we've added that. I assume you have to add that before the seed. Probably doesn't matter. Let's see, now that we've added the sugar. Let's add the wolf-glove seed. Add some water. That's a good sign. And now to make it germinate, we need it to whistle at the right wind speed. So, on the first floor, that window was open, and then all the windows were open on the 4th and 5th floors. And I'm going 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, not ground at the base, and then 1st, 2nd, 4th. I know what I mean. No! But we also need to be on the 4th floor at the end of it. Well, I did it wrong anyway. Because that's the 3rd floor and it needs to be the 4th floor and the 5th floor that have its windows wide open. Go up to the top of the tower. That was an achievement. Well done, me. And now, is this right? No. 'Twas not. Well, I can do the other one. Good evening, catnip. Good evening. We are... Ah! This is annoying. This plant needed the sugar. I don't think it would have germinated if we hadn't added that to the mix. Okay, we're about to find out if Matterhorn was correct. That would have been the right window. Curses. Cursey, curse, curse. Okay, so we need to find out which set of atmospheric conditions the wolf's thingy was related to. So this is by the Alpine Club. And there were all those coins. Right, I'm going to write down this list of places. So we've got Mont Blanc, Matterhorn, Jungfrau, Zugspitze, Eiger, Watzmann, which I can't spell, Weisshorn, Triglav, Gran Paradiso, and Mount Ventoux. Now, in the orangery were 10 coins. Ben Nevis, which wasn't one of the things. Mount Ventoux, that was there. Mont Blanc, that was there. Eiger, that was there. The Crystal Palace, that's not one of them. First outing, do we know where that is? 1858. In case that... Ah! Find the coin with 1858 on it. Eiffel Tower. Matterhorn, 1865. It's not that then. There's the Weisshorn. So we know that her correspondent lived in the Weisshorn. Gran Paradiso, 1885. We needed 1858. Innsbruck doesn't have a thingy. 1858. That's the clue we need. Ben Nevis was not that one. Mount Ventoux. No, no year on it. Mont Blanc. No year. Eiger. No year. Is it this last one? Curses. Just going to check everything again. That is 1858. Going on. There's a lot going on, isn't there? Okay, I've got a theory. Let's take a look at these conditions. So Mont Blanc was 35, Matterhorn 20, Eiger 45, Weisshorn 40, Gran Paradiso 25, Mount Ventoux 50. Now let's take a look at all of these. There are 6 wind speeds here. 35, well it's not that one because that was Mont Blanc. 50 was Mount Ventoux. 45 was Eiger. 20 Matterhorn. 40 and 25 done. I was thinking that one of them wouldn't have corresponded to that list. $1858 that she did this. That's all to do with apples. That's just apples. Okay. Gosh, lots of things have gone on here. Okay, so Arch was correct and I was a Muppet. So it's the Pixie Tears that don't have chloroplasts. And then because they don't have the chloroplasts, we add the sugar to the Pixie Tears. So that's the sugar Pixie Tears. So therefore I need to just do all that again, but not add sugar. So I think I was right. I shouldn't have added the sugar. Muppetry! Muppetry! Let's start again. Add that. And that. Okay, so you germinate anyway. Interesting. And now let's put you... Ah! I can't put you down because there's already something that... I do not want you. Can I put you down here as well? Okay. So if Matterhorn was correct, I think it should automatically work on this first floor. No. So it is the Weisshorn then. So that's still correct for that one. These should both be closed. No! These should both be closed. And on these ones, both open. Damn it. Choices. Don't think it'll be that, but I know why you're saying it. Don't think it'll be that, because the pictures we were given from the outside. I do like this sound effect, which is a saving grace. Okay. So. So the Alpine weather, the pot notes, when you research the letter about the Alps, the cider apples, the apple blending, yes, that is all that. We can definitely add... so hang on, the nursery rhyme goes here. Ooh. Not the pot notes, that's not right. Not that, not that. Letter from the builder. Pot notes, don't do that. Chloroplast book, microscope slides. Oh, I might have done Digital David. No, I didn't. It said Wolf Love on it. It said Wolf Love. Let's remove the letter about the Alps and put in the coin collection. It's not the apple blending, is it? Not the apple blending, nor the cider apples. Oh, so it's going to be the letter about the Alps. Not that. That is to do with something else. So therefore, that is. There you go. Yes, so I have all the clues that I need. Determined to do the wolf glove first. just because I've got my head in it. So the Alpine weather, the letter from the builder, the wind research, the coin collection is a clue. Where did she go? How do I work out where she went? So this Lady Mountaineers Club. Where did she come from? Where did she go? So that's 1858. Oh, what if they're in order? You'd keep them in order, wouldn't you? So first summit 1865, so it's before then. That's 1851. That doesn't tell us anything. Mont Blanc doesn't tell us anything. Mount Ventoux doesn't tell us anything. Ben Nevis doesn't tell anything. So it's 51, and then this one was Matterhorn 1865. Edward Whymper. I hadn't looked at the back of that. $1885. I am missing something. Let's have a look at the weather again. We're also given the pressure. Don't know why we're given the pressure. Just the second edition issued by the Alpine Club. That was a good thought. Letter from the builder, that's just telling us about the ghost coin collection. The envelope with a stamp. Why is that a clue? Arabella Green, Botany Manor from Natty Gold. Natty Golding. And it's got that. So something was sent to her from Weisshorn. So I would assume it's Weisshorn that I need to match. I'm going to be cheeky and say, Charlie, can I just make sure that I'm not on a completely wrong path somewhere? If I am, a gentle nudge. Doesn't need to be that much of a nudge. Oh, did I just get the speed wrong? That's probably what I did. Let's have a look. The speed is Weisshorn. It is 40. So that's this one. So that's test 5 of 6 with on the. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So that's that door, which is the other way round when we're on the inside. Closed, open, open, closed. That's 40. And what was... I don't know what the pressure's about, though. Let's just have a quick look at that. 1020. That's high pressure. It's quite high. Waiting. Yes. So that bottom window, to us it looks like the left sash is open. When we're in there, I'll have to open the right sash to make it look right. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3 and 4. Oh, and I did 4 and 5. I wish to disappear. I'm so sorry that I just didn't spot the right window. So that's number 1, 2, 3. 20 minutes of really not having the right window. I knew what to do. That's open. Currently 5 is up. Digital David, well done. No, no, I just hadn't seen it. Take another look. Come on. Yes. Whistle, please. That'll do. We have generated the plant. The wolf glove grows in Mount Weisshorn, where the weather is just right. When the wind hits its tubular petals, a howling sound can be heard. Mountaineers are familiar with this flower and use it to navigate on foggy days. Good. So we just now have... Oh, we found all the clues. Oh no, there's one... There's a clue in the painting room I haven't found. I might go to the painting room. But we know what all the clues are for here. Okay, let's do the pixie tears then. So I need to add 97 grams of sugar to the soil for the pixie tears. What I'm going to do, Charlie, is I'm going to try germinating it in the pot without adding the sugar, and hopefully it will just not work. And then I'll throw that pot out. And put the soil in the other one with the sugar. Anyway, so no soil. Okay. So let's put the pixie tears in. And now if I add this, I think it won't do anything. It did something. Fine. Let's add some sugar. Prove me wrong. And the game proved me wrong. I like the fact that when I nod, because I was also moving my hand, it made me nod in the game. Okay, right. We definitely had a knobby russet. We also had the Lord Pecker or whatever it was, and then we also had the Pittston Pine. It's this one anyway. Double check my sums. 97. 40 plus 35 is 75 plus 22 is 97. Lord Pecker. Oh, it's 87. It's 87. Okay, right. Let's not. I'm going to put you back where you were. 40 and 30 is 70. And then I needed... So, Knobby Russet, Cat's Head, Merlin's Mist. That definitely works. Knobby Russet, Cat's Head is 70, plus 27 is another... It makes 97. So Knobby Russet's fine. The Cat's Head is 30. So it's the one with the weird... at the bottom. Is it over here? There you are, yeah. So Knobby Russet, Cat's Head, and Merlin's Mist, which if I remember rightly... just checking. It was Merlin's Mist, yep, and it's half blue at the top. So, okay, squeeze time. And we have a plant. Grow the pixie's tears. Ah, butterflies have started to come around it. Lovely. There we go. This flower is closely associated with orchards. I wonder why. What's going to be to do with the butterflies. The pixie tears no longer contains chloroplasts, which are organelles responsible for photosynthesis. Instead, the pixie tears obtain sugar through their roots, which is commonly found in the apples from the orchards. Right, I'm going to do one. Oh, ding ding goes well. We've got a delivery at the gatehouse, but we're not going to look at that today. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to check that I've got all the clues from the chapters. Chapter 1, all the clues. Chapter 2, all the clues. But Chapter 3, I've missed one. Not found in the painting room. So I'm going to have a quick look in the painting room, and then I'm going to call it an evening. This is a delightful game. I'm enjoying it a lot. The puzzles are more complex than I was expecting. I was expecting the information. It's done the Detective Society way of doing things where all the information is scattered everywhere. So you have to read everything and it all makes sense later. Okay, did I actually look at that? No, I didn't. And is that there you are. The manor plans are the final thing. Good. That is it. That is me done for the evening. Sorry that I took so long on one of those apples, one of those plants.